over the past 4 or 5 days, my daily schedule has been the exact same thing. Wake up, play Rune Slayer, go to sleep. Doing this with Terra over and over again for like 4 or 5 days. And after that last day yesterday, it really hit me. I finally understand it now. This game is just fucking bad. It's no other way to say it. The last couple of days of these golden fairy farms really brung up so much to the game that maybe I'm not even gonna say I didn't see them. It's things in the games that I purposely ignored because I wanted the game to be better. For example, right? Let's say you somewhere and you meet a bad bitch. Let's say you meet a bad bitch in Walmart, but she's so bad, she bad as shit, and she starts talking to you, right? And she clearly want to get with you. She want to get with you so much, and she's so bad that you blatantly ignore the fact that when you first seen her, you caught the bitch stealing toothpaste or something. Like you caught her shoplifting from Walmart. So you say, you know what? She bad enough. It's alright. I can get by that. And then 2 weeks later, she steal from you, and it's like, damn, I did catch her stealing. What did I expect? You know, like, but you chose to ignore it. The same thing's happening to me and Rune right now, right? The game was so ass, and I just blatantly chose to ignore it because honestly, there's nothing else to play, bro. RuneSlinger was the only game at the moment that I really wanted to play on Roblox, and it's like there was nothing else to play, so I just ignored it, bro. And I can give you some real examples. When I stopped looking at RuneSlinger trying to force myself to have fun, my eyes open. Everything started to make sense. RuneSlinger is objectively a bad game, bro. RuneSlinger has three major concepts: PvP, PvE, and loot grinding. Every single one of those things suck. PvP was so fucking horrible that yesterday, yeah, either yesterday or Friday, or 2 days ago, on the last update, which is under 24 hours ago at most, they just added the ability to get posture back on parry. You telling me you had a PvP system where parry and didn't give back posture, nigga? What the fuck? PvE has been garbage since the game. Ever since you leave the first area, PvE has been garbage. You got mobs not following the rules, mobs not having fucking cooldowns, mobs not giving you a chance to attack, mobs having outrageous hitboxes. PvE has been garbage since the very first day of this game. We just chose to ignore it. And the loot system has been horrible since the start of the game. We just chose to ignore it. I said in one video, I was like, imagine they just say, oh my god, new drop rates, and rates don't really get increased. Yeah, I think rates did get increased, but as much as they say they got increased, I don't really know, man. At this point, I need to see the fucking scripts of the game to make sure that this shit is really what it says it is, but I'm so confused. Yesterday, I got put in an unskippable side quest that I don't want to wish on no one, right? As we all know, to play this game and actually get drops, to play this game and even have fun, you need a golden fairy, right? Golden fairies were so rare the first way to get them, you know, just find them in a while, but now you can get them from fighting the Elder Trent. I spent 6 hours on stream solely farming the Elder Trent, and I probably fought the Elder Trent like 7 times in those 6 hours. And out of those 7 times, I probably only got credit like 3 times. There was two major flaws I found in the game, which made me so fucking upset. And both of these flaws point to the same thing. I'm gonna tell you what the flaws is first. The first flaw was the boss system credit. I talked about that in my last video, but I realized it's so much worse once you figure out why they're doing it, bro. The boss credit system is so garbage. I'm over here I'm dealing over 700 damage to the Elder Trent, but I don't get credit because it's two niggas spamming Arcane Storm and a motherfucking ninja chunking him for like 1k health every 2 seconds because he's bleeding. I don't understand that. The second thing, the Elder Trent spawn rate is so ridiculously low. We were actually spending hours trying to get Elder Trents, bro. The only time we got like 4 of our Elder Trents, right? Like 4 Elder Trents we got came from literally it spawning again right after we killed the first one. But other than that, we're waiting 1 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes between every Elder Trent spawn. And sometimes you would get to a server with one, and guess what? It's already fucking 10% health left, so you can't get credit at all. It literally felt like you were wasting time trying to find this boss, bro. And what's worse than playing a bad game is playing a bad game and wasting time. All those add up to one thing, right? I realized that the game is doing this shit on purpose. Cause at first I was thinking, right? I said to myself, you know what? I thought of a good idea. I said, how about if you knock down enough trees, the Elder Trent will spawn in. But then I was like, nah, that makes too much sense. Nobody can ever come up with that. That's such a hard system to indicate, right? Like clearly that's just impossible to do. Somebody in the YouTube chat, I was streaming YouTube and Twitch. Somebody in the YouTube chat told me, if you kill enough slimes, the Slime King spawn. So I sat there. This opened my eyes. I sat there and I said, so there's already a system to where if you do a certain amount of things, a boss spawns. And they didn't do that for any other boss but the Slime King. So this was already in their mind, because the Slime King is probably like the second or first. It's probably this looks like the second boss they probably made, because it go Mandrake, Slime King, Goblin King, Goblin Champion, right? So the second boss you made has the mechanic that damn near, I don't want to say every other boss, but the Elder Tree boss should most definitely have, right? So I'm sitting there like, okay, you have the mechanic already, you've already implemented it, you just didn't do it for this boss. All that did was show me that it's on purpose. They don't want you to farm the Elder Trend. They don't want you to get a Golden Fairy, which is why they put it on the Elder Trend. They don't want you to play. They don't want you to get stuff in the game. They want you to keep playing endlessly and endlessly, bro. And I got even more proof to that, right? I got even more proof to that. When the thought of the devs making bad updates on purpose to get you to play the game more got put into my head, I started to ask myself, do we have any more proof to that? Like, do we have any more things that can point to them doing that? We do. The loot bag system was a prime example of them adding bullshit to the game to make you play the game more, right? Think about it logically, right? These niggas know what their game is. They know how their game works. You add a loot bag system from killing people in a game where there's no level protection, the parrying doesn't do anything because it doesn't give you fucking posture back, so parrying is fucking useless. There is no like skill checks in the game at all. The game was laggy, and on top of that, when you're in a party, you don't deal damage to each other. So you can literally party up with 7 people and jump 1 person with no consequence at all. And they added loot bags on death in a game like this. When you first see the loot bag update, when it first happened, everybody was just thinking, oh shit, this is just a bad oversight. Like looking back at it now and knowing what I know now, that update was created on purpose to make people regrind the probably 1% drops they done got. Like you drop legendary shit. Oh, guess what? You gotta regrind it now to aimlessly keep you playing the fucking game. Luckily, the players didn't like that shit and they reverted it instantly. But that was the first instance of them trying to make their game harder on purpose, just to keep you playing the game more. Another example I have of the devs making bad decisions on purpose to keep you playing the game more is the boss credit system. A part of me was asking myself, why is the credit not damage based? I don't mean percent like damage based. If I'm fighting a mob and I'm doing over 500 damage to it, I'm clearly fighting the fucking mob, right? Like the point of damage, like the point of percent credit is to keep you from hitting the mob once and getting drops. That was the point. It's to keep people from hitting the mob once, running, going AFK and getting the drop. If I'm fighting the mob the entire time, if I deal over 500 damage to the fucking mob, I am clearly fighting it. I'm clearly there in the field, right? This when it hit me. The reason it's not that way is because with the current percent base they have, the system is set up so whoever does the most damage takes percent from other people. So for example, if you hit your 5%, let's say to get credit you need 5%, right? If you don't maintain your 5%, or if some nigga comes in spamming then fucking Arcane Storm, takes more and does more damage than you, it takes from your 5% to give everybody else credit, right? So you aren't trying to get credit, you're fighting for credit on these bosses. That's what I realized. Let me say it again. You are not trying to get credit, you are fighting for credit. So the damage you do can be stolen by somebody else just outputting more damage than you. And when I thought about it, I was like, why the fuck would they do this? It's very simple actually. To stop you from getting drops. It's to keep you playing the game more, bro. Like when you sit there and think about it, all of this shit really has one root cause. They want you to play the game more. And it's like, bro, how did I not realize this shit sooner? Honestly, usually I come back with every bad topic with like a way to fix it. I don't even know if I should. It feels useless for me to try and help them fix it because they're making bad shit on purpose. This isn't a mistake. So it's like, do you give good advice to people who want to make their game bad on purpose, bro? It's confusing, and it's even more confusing because it's working. Because usually, the most people that's getting hit with this shit are kids, right? For example, let me give you a prime example, right? I quit GPO because of the drop rates, and in GPO I can fight a boss 10 times in a fucking hour. You think I'm about to play this game with this horrible drop rates and I'm fighting the Elder Trent maybe once every 2 hours, bro? Get real, bro. Get fucking real. It ain't nothing good. There's nothing good about this game objectively. This game is honestly slop. Okay, like and it's crazy because the game shouldn't be slop. The game is slop on purpose. The devs are doing their best to keep the game as bad as possible, so you play the game more. It makes sense now. Premium payout. If you play the game more, you buy more slots. You play the game more, you grind more. You invite your friends to grind more because it's easier to play with friends. If you play the game more, they make more money. Fucking scumbags, bro. Fucking scumbags. But you know, if it's one thing Rune taught me that I'm doing now, Bro, if you don't like a game, don't feel like you gotta play a game because everybody else playing, or you gotta play a game because the only thing left to play. Just don't play that shit, bro. The best way to show a game that is trash and to make a game get fixed, you gotta not play it. Unless it's shown in the least, and again, nobody plays a game, they still do the same bullshit, unless you're that game. But any other game, the best way to show that you don't want something and the best way to get shit fixed is just to not play it, bro. And then eventually, once they lose players and they start making money, they say, okay, we gotta change this now to get more money, right? Because as we know, the world runs on money. And this game right now is min-max. This game is optimized to make you play as much as possible to get money from you, bro. And that's pretty much it. Hope y'all boys enjoyed it. I'll never be playing fucking Rune Slayer again. If another trash as update come out, I'll probably talk about it. You know, it's just a free video for the day. But yeah, my Rune Slayer hours start at like 62, 61. You never see another 63. I'm never gonna get another hour ever. Catch y'all boys later. Peace.